A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Hi everyone, and welcome to A Plus English. I'm Erin.
And I'm Celine.
And we are talking about a certain type of food today.
Oh, really? What are we going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about curry, and we'll tell you more about what that is soon. But right now, I want to know what your favorite dish from a foreign country is.
Oh, I really like Mexican food.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like burritos.
Oh, excellent choice. So you like the bread and the rice and the cheese and the
That's
meat,
right.
all those vegetables wrapped
Mixed
up together.
Yep.
One of my favorite dishes is the Japanese dish tonkatsu.
Tonkatsu.
But I like it. It's the pork. It's the fried pork, but I like it when it's mixed with the rice and the egg and the onions.
Oh, 炸猪排饭吗?
That's my favorite. But we are not talking about either of those today.
No.
We are talking about curry. So let's
That's
find
right.
out what that is right now.
A taste of curries around the world.
You come home and smell something delicious cooking. It's your favorite, curry. There is nothing better than having a hot bowl of curry to warm your soul. People all over the world love this dish and enjoy it in different ways. Here are a few curries to try around the world. Are any of these your favorites? Japanese curry. One of the most popular kinds of curry is Japanese curry. This classic dish is a thick stew with onions, carrots, potatoes, and meat. Sometimes people put fried pork chops or potato croquettes on top. You can eat it with rice or noodles.
Word power! Smell. Smell. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house. Warm. Warm. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water. Soul. Soul. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul. Dish. Dish. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant.
认识字慧
Curry. Classic. Stew.
All right, our article here today, it starts by setting us up with a really nice situation. It says, you come home and smell something delicious cooking.
Smells nice.
One of my favorite things to do is to smell something delicious cooking. Now, smell is a verb. It's spelled S-M-E-L-L, smell. Let's find out what it means. All right, let's talk about this verb smell. When you smell something, you use your nose to recognize or notice a smell, which is the noun form. Now, you can notice things that smell good, like baking bread, or things that smell bad, like old garbage. Ugh. Here's an example. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house.
好，我们看到这个文章一開始呢，就從一句這個令人覺得非常舒服的情境開始。他說：“你回家聞到很香的東西正在煮着哦。” Smell 這邊是當作感官動詞來使用，意思是聞到什麼。那後面呢會直接接一個受詞，譬如說文章說聞到很香的東西就是 smell something delicious。那聞到很臭的東西，我們可以說 I smell something terrible。然後那後面為什麼要加上 cooking 呢？這個 VING 代表的呢就是正在煮。那 smell something delicious cooking 就是說聞到什麼很香的東西正在爐子上面煮着啦。那我們也可以用 smell 來表示聞起來。這時候後面呢就可以直接接形容詞哦。例如你可以說那鍋湯聞起來很香，你就可以說 The soup smells delicious。這樣也是可以的。那剛剛例句的意思呢，就是說，哎，你在煮什麼？我遠遠的從房子外就能聞到了哦。
All right, so Celine, let's find out what this delicious dish is. It says here, it's your favorite. Curry.
是你最喜歡的東西，咖喱啦。那這個 favorite 這邊是當作名詞來使用，它表示的就是最喜歡的某樣東西。所以你看它後面是沒有再接名詞的，跟平常看到的形容詞 favorite 表示最喜歡的是不一樣的哦。
Now let's find out a little bit more about this dish here. It says, there is nothing better than having a hot bowl of curry to warm your soul.
Do you feel warm now? OK. 沒有什麼比來一碗熱騰騰的咖喱還要更能夠溫暖你的靈魂、你的心靈啦。There's nothing better than blah blah blah， 意思呢就是說，哎，沒有比什麼什麼更好的事情了。意思就是說這件事情是最棒的。那來一碗熱騰騰的咖喱呢，就是最棒的啦。已經學過最高級的同學們可以想想看，哎，怎麼樣把這句話代換成最高級？我們等一下公布答案哦。
Now let's talk about our first verb, or one of the verbs in that sentence we saw. We talked about warming your soul.
That's
now,
right.
Warm here is a verb. We usually think of it as an adjective, but not this time. It's spelled W-A-R-M, warm. Let's find out what it means. All right, like we said before the break, warm is often an adjective when it means you feel a little bit hot. Here, though, warm is a verb. Now, used as a verb, we usually use it to say that you're making something be a little bit hot, or you're making something that's cold be not so cold anymore. Now, here, we're talking about warming up someone's soul. Now, we'll talk about soul in a minute, but the warm here is kind of like we're saying that you're making someone feel happier in a comfortable, cozy way. Here's an example. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water.
這邊我們看到的這個動詞 warm， 我們平常看到的意思呢，大部分都是形容詞，代表溫暖的。例如 It is warm today， 就是說今天很溫暖啊，或者說 I feel warmer after I took a bath， 就是說洗完澡以後我感覺暖多了。但是這裡呢是當作動詞使用嘛，那意思是說使什麼溫暖，像是 warm somebody's heart 就是讓心裡覺得很溫暖，那 warm somebody's hands 就是說讓某人的手感到溫暖。那例句的意思就是說我奶奶經常在熱水中泡腳來暖和他們哦。
Okay, so let's talk about soul, the other word in that sentence, warm somebody's soul. Soul is a noun. It's spelled S-O-U-L, soul. Let's find out what it means. We're here to find out what the word soul means. Now, when we talk about a person's soul, we're talking about the part of a person that is not physical or not their body. Now, a person's soul is the way that the person shows their feelings, the ways that a person thinks, and a person's personality. For example, if they're a happy or kind person, we can say they are a kind soul. Here's an example. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul.
那我们看到第二个单字，那它就是 soul 啦。soul 是名詞，意思呢是靈魂、心靈。那很常跟 heart 放在一起說啦。譬如說 my heart and soul，就是說我的心靈這樣的意思。那例句的意思呢，就是說當 Kate 感到沮喪的時候，她會聽音樂來安撫她的心靈。那順便來公布一下剛剛的課文，如果改成最高級，我們就可以說 Having a hot bowl of curry is the best to warm your soul.
It's funny how important food can be to our feelings.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we continue on in the article, it says here, people all over the world love this dish and enjoy it in different ways. All right. So we learned that curry is a dish here. Let's find out what this noun dish means. It's spelled D-I-S-H, dish. Let's talk about its meaning now. All right, we are talking about the noun dish. Now here, dish is a type of food that can be part of a meal. For example, if you go to an Italian restaurant, you might get a pasta or a spaghetti dish. If you go to a steak restaurant, you might get a steak dish. Or you could have a rice dish or any other different kinds of dishes, no matter which kind of restaurant you go to. Here's an example sentence. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant.
OK， 我們看剛剛那句話哦。全世界的人們呢都喜歡這道菜肴，那而且會用許多不同的方式來享用它。Dish 在這邊指的當然就不是盤子啦，而是菜肴的意思，是一道什麼樣的菜肴呢？我們就可以把修飾的字放在 dish 前面，像剛剛 Aaron 講的，一道意大利麵的餐點，我們就可以說 a spaghetti or a pasta dish。像是那米飯的菜肴就是 a rice dish。那例句呢，意思就是說，你可以在這間餐廳找到各式各樣的日本料理啦。
All right, so we have talked about curry and kind of what it is and what it does for you, but now it's time to start talking about certain curries in particular. So it says here are a few curries to try around the world, and you can try all of these in Taiwan.
That's true. Yeah, you can find every kind. OK， 這裡有幾種呢來自世界各地的咖喱可以嘗試看看。那看來我們可以看到很多不一樣的咖喱哦。接下來
，Now let's find out, are any of these your favorites?
有没有這裡面有沒有哪一道任何一道是你喜歡的呢？要記得哦，在問句裡面要表達任何一些，要記得是使用 any 哦。
Let's start by talking about, of course, Japanese curry.
Japanese curry，好，最開始呢，當然就是說日式咖喱啦。
All right, it says here, one of the most popular kinds of curry is Japanese curry.
其中一種最受歡迎的呢，就是日式咖喱了。我們這邊用到 one of 加上最高級的用法，用來表示說這群最受歡迎的咖喱中的其中一個。那我們也可以用 two of, some of.Many of 來表示一個群集中的兩個、一些或者是許多、很多這樣子。那既然是群集，就要記得用複數，像是文章裡的 one of the most popular kinds。kinds 就是複數。後面呢，我們要接的動詞要是複數還是單數呢？如果像是文章裡舉其中之一，那就是 one of， 因為只有一個。那後面動詞要用單數型，但是如果是 some of， 意思是一些，動詞就要用複數型啦。那重要的是說，這個句型呢，常常跟 最高級一起使用。那就讓我們請 Magic Box 老師來替大家講解一下吧。
Magic Box 找亮點。
大家好，我在這邊。You're looking at the smallest person in the world。全世界最小的人就在你面前啦！不要懷疑，我就在這裡啊！什麼？你說你看不到我？好吧，讓我來變大，跟你打個招呼咯。嗨，大家好，沒有錯，變大變小都難不倒我，我就是大名鼎鼎的藝人啦。像我這種個性極端、體型也很極端的男人，英文裡面呢形容詞最高級，簡直就是為我打造的啦。什麼是形容詞最高級呢？當我們有很多東西要比較，我們要找出那裡面最漂亮、最好吃、最可怕，還是最大的、最小的，這些最怎麼樣的呢？就是我們英文說的最高級形容詞了。例如呢，剛剛我說我是世上體型最小的男人 ，the smallest man，OK， 最小的。注意到呢，這邊的 smallest 就是呢 small 的最高級。所以了，注意到呢，頂尖的世界裡你是孤獨的。當最怎麼樣，最就表示呢只有你一個人。所以呢，通常我們前面會加上冠詞 the 來指定它嘍。我們呢可以用這個復仇者聯盟的朋友來認識一下有哪些最高級的形容詞吧。例如呢，豬豬倫呢是我們聯盟裡面最年輕的 ，He is the youngest member in our group。OK， 他是團隊裡面最年輕的 ，He is the youngest member in our group。Young 我們在後面加上 est 就變成最年輕的、最怎麼樣的。又或者是呢，我們可以說了，黑寡婦呢是我們之中最漂亮的 ，She is the prettiest among us。她是我们之中最漂亮的 ，She is the prettiest among us。Pretty， 当我們遇到 y 結尾的形容詞的時候呢，我們就去掉 y， 加上 iest。另外呢，雖然呢我是最大又是最小，但通常時候呢，體型最大的，應該是浩克了吧 ？He is the biggest man I've ever seen。他真的是我見過體型最大的男人了。He is the biggest man I've ever seen。當形容詞是子音、母音、子音的組合，比方說呢，像 big，b-i-g， 這個時候呢，我們就要重複字尾哦，我們就說 biggest，b-i-g-g-e-s-t， 最大的。那麼最帥的男人呢？我呢很想說我自己，但是那天見到索爾，我的天啊！我覺得我好像戀愛了。He is the most handsome guy in this world。啊，他真是這個世界上最帥氣的男人了。He is the most handsome guy in this world。OK， 當我們形容詞很長或者是音節很多的時候呢，我們呢不在後面加上 est， 而是呢在前面加上 most。比方說的 the most handsome， 或是呢 the most beautiful 來表示嘍。現在呢，我們知道了形容詞的最高級，最後補充給你一些不規則變化的朋友咯，像是呢 bad 很壞的呢，我們就要變成 worst。Good 很棒的呢，我們則要變成 best。OK， 形容詞最高級還有很多很多，就等待你自己來發掘嘍。
All right, so I love Japanese curry. And one of the reasons is what's in it.
Okay.
All right, let's find out what is in this dish. It says here, this classic dish is a thick stew with onions, carrots, potatoes, and meat.
So you like vegetables? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. 好，這款經典咖喱呢，是一種用洋蔥、紅蘿蔔、馬鈴薯還有肉做出的這個濃厚的燉物。那 classic 意思呢，就是經典的。要說什麼很典雅，我們也可以說很 classic。something is classic。OK。那 stew 就是濃厚的燉菜那一類的料理，通常就是比較濃厚嘛，然後把食物燉得爛爛的，我們就可以叫它說是一個 stew。
Okay, so there are ways to change it though. It says here, sometimes people put fried pork chops,
tonkatsu, okay.
or potato croquettes on top.
Oh, sounds delicious. I feel hungry now. OK， 有时候人们呢会把炸猪排或者是刚刚说的马铃薯可乐餅放在上面。Fried pork chop 就是炸猪排的意思。那 potato croquette 好，就是马铃薯做的可樂餅。那 croquette is actually a word from France.
That's right.
But the first time I heard this word is in Japan, actually.
First time I heard this word was in Taiwan, I think.
Really? Okay.
Actually, that's not true. I am from a French part of Canada, so maybe I did hear it at home. But you can tell that it's from France by the spelling of it. That's
right.
Quette tells us that it's from France. All right. Well, more about Japanese curry. You can eat it with rice or noodles.
你可以就着这个饭或者是面一起吃哦，怎么可以忘记淀粉呢？对不对
You can change it all up. You can eat it however you like it. That's one of the best things about Japanese curry.
That's right.
All right. Well, we are finished talking about curry today, but we are going to be back tomorrow with more types of curry. So stay tuned for review time. We'll be right back.
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Welcome back to review time. We are going to play the riddle game.
Okay.
So we have 4 word power words and we have 4 riddles. And each riddle will fit with a word power word.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's go over the words. We have smell,
Smell.
warm, soul,
灵魂。
and dish.
菜肴。
Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I am a thing, but you can't see me. I am a part of you, but I am not your body. I am the feelings, thoughts, and personality you have. What am I?
I can't see you, but
Nope.
you are part of me. You are my soul.
That's right.
my soul.
Ah.
Okay.
All right, here's another one. I'm something you do. To do me, you have to use a part of your body, which is on your face. Now, when you do me, you might smile if something is good or frown if something is bad. What are you doing?
I am smelling. 'Cause-
You got it.
Yeah.
You're using your nose.
Ah.
All right, number 3. I'm a thing, but there are many different types of me. Everybody likes different kinds of me. You can find me all over the world, but I won't be the same in every place. I'm also something that you can eat. What am I?
I can eat. So, it's dish.
It's dish. Lots of different kinds of dishes out there.
Yay.
All right, number 4. I'm something you do when you feel cold. When you do me, you might put a sweater on or turn the heat up or get under blankets. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm warming myself.
Yeah, you're getting warm. All right. Well, there are a lot more words in that article that you can make riddles about. We are all out of time ourselves, though. So we'll be back again tomorrow to talk about more curry. Come back then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A taste of curries around the world.
You come home and smell something delicious cooking. It's your favorite, curry. There is nothing better than having a hot bowl of curry to warm your soul. People all over the world love this dish and enjoy it in different ways. Here are a few curries to try around the world. Are any of these your favorites? Japanese curry. One of the most popular kinds of curry is Japanese curry. This classic dish is a thick stew with onions, carrots, potatoes, and meat. Sometimes people put fried pork chops or potato croquettes on top. You can eat it with rice or noodles.
Word power.
Smell. Smell. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house. What are you cooking? I can smell it far away from the house. Warm, warm. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water. My grandmother usually warms her feet by putting them in hot water. Soul, soul. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul. When Kate feels sad, she listens to music to ease her soul. Dish, dish. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant. You can find all kinds of Japanese dishes at this restaurant.
认识字慧
Curry. Classic. Stew.